This 2024 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss is pretty unique. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. If you would like to purchase it, it is available. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers so you guys can see the options on this build. At the very top are all the specs here. And you guys can see the Glacier Blue Metallic is the paint. Now here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Base price for this truck is going to be $37,300. Now Dark Essentials is $3,095 and it gives you those 20-inch wheels and the door sill plates. On this side, jet black interior is the vinyl seating, off-road assist steps for $995 and a few other things down below. Now as far as the destination goes, it's $1595 and total price is going to be $47,825. This Colorado has $8,930 in options, and I will say there's a lot of features that are available. Now on the front end of this truck, you guys see it's pretty much finished in plastic, halogen headlights, incandescent turn signals, and they give you this gray trim piece down below there, and it has a pretty big diffuser. If you get a little closer, you guys can see the black recovery hooks down below too, active grille shutters, and black bow tie right there, fake vents on the side. And here's a better look at that independent front suspension. You guys see that coilover system with the shock absorbers. This truck does have a 2-inch lift as well over the regular Colorados. And I'm not a huge fan of big wheels, but these 20s look really good on this truck. Most people aren't going off-road, so that's why someone would buy this truck. They just want a little bit more stylish wheel over the 18s. It is wrapped in a Bridgestone dueler. 275/60/20 is the tire size. 4-piston brakes, fabric material in the wheel wells, and you get that wide body stance on the Trail Boss with these fender flares here. More black essentials on that Colorado badge right there. Black mirror caps too. And you guys saw the running boards here too, finished in black. And let's see if I can show you that drive shaft. That drive shaft was upgraded, and I gotta see if I can show it to you. It's a little wet, but yeah, there it is. You guys can probably see it there now. That was upgraded on the window sticker. It's pretty nice. Looks like it was steel. No smart key system, no painted door handles. 21-gallon tank on this truck. You guys can see some of the decals on the rear, Trail Boss. As far as the suspension goes, you have 4 leaks in the main pack and a shock absorber. They do e-coat the frame on this truck too. Outback incandescent tail lights. They do provide a step on the side. Parking sensors, painted rear bumper. I like that. I wish they would do something similar on the front end. Class 4 hitch with the 4 and 7 pin backup camera, and you have to hold the tailgate because it's not assisted. Spray and bed liner, however, and you have a lot of multiple tie down points in there. Now this is where your 400-watt plug would be, but it's not standard on the Trail Boss. More of that blackout for your badges out back. And your exhaust tip is finished in black too. 342 rear, and it does have an automatic locker. Let's pop the hood and talk about the powertrain really quickly. This 2.7 liter inline 4 is known as the Turbo Max. 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed transmission, and forged bottom end aluminum heads. Also 30% stiffer crankshaft on this truck too. Let's go ahead and check out the interior so you guys can see what they give you. For the interior, they give you a blackout basically, and on the door, this is pretty much all plastic with the exception of this here. This is like a hard vinyl material. A little bit of camouflage right there in that pocket. Power windows, door locks, and mirrors. You have auto up and down for the driver, but auto down for the passenger front and the rears. This kick plate was an option, has a nice look to it. And the vinyl seats was $12.95. I definitely would get that option. You can get a power seat, but it does go up and down for better adjustability. Tilt only steering wheel, trailer brakes down below, and you can dim down this screen. Now stepping in is pretty easy, even though with a 2-inch lift, it's still pretty simple to get inside. So here's some of your animations for the screens there. Black bow tie, also push button start on the side. Now let's kind of walk through the interior. Incandescent interior lights. They don't give you any lighting for this on either side. Auto stop start, caution lights, and then this is like a lane keep assist, 2 USBs. You have your automatic 4 high and 4 low, 2 high right there. And as I said earlier, just have a rear locker. Now drive modes, let me go ahead and show that to you too. You have normal, which it starts off with. Then you have off-road, tow haul, and then terrain. You have to be in 4 high to use that terrain though. So here's something about this truck that you guys probably did notice. There's not a lot of buttons on the side here, right? Not a lot of buttons. They give you this menu in the screen here, so it shows you some of the buttons you would normally see outside of the screen, and it does clean up the interior. I do like it. Some people hate it. If you push this button here, you have more of the lighting controls right there. So for your cargo, auto high beams, all those things right there. Also doors and windows, so you have power window lockout. So that's how you would control most of these things. Drive and park, traction control, hill descent. So yeah, most of those things get controlled in this screen. Now on this screen, you do have a button for your gauge cluster, right? If you push it, you have different menus that they give you. You have a clean screen there. You have this one, shows you some trip information. You can customize this screen. I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. But yeah, this is really nice. Navigation can be added in here, which is better if you have your audio controls on this side. And then you have this off-road page here. Now, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is wireless. And if you go to the vehicle status, this is something I love about these trucks. You have a lot of different information that you can look at. So let's just kind of skip over to the engine. So you have battery voltage, coolant temperature with an actual number. Also transmission fluid temperature, oil pressure. Lastly, you have your oil temperature there. There's off-road pages too. I hit the wrong button. Hit home. This truck has off-road pages right here. So if you want to add some of this information over, that is possible. You have your G-force here, steering angle, shows you what drive you're in, pitch and roll, and you have your tire pressure. Also, if you're off the beaten path, they give you a compass and they show you your RPMs, which is nice. But yeah, single climate control, USBs, and yeah, you have your gear limiter on the side of the shifter right there. Electronic parking brake. This is where you can put the key, cup holders, a little bit of storage. They do wrap this in a vinyl material with these seats too. I like the way it feels. And then removable tray with a 12-volt hidden below there. On this side, you can pretty much tell this interior is dressed down. Like I said, it's all black. Grab handle right there. Let's go ahead and check out this glove box, and I'll show you guys the back, and then I'll show you guys the payload here in a second. So here is the glove box. They do have a sticker in here saying that you cannot use this truck for a bed camper. They also give you this filler too, by the way. And that is pretty much it. On this side, you cannot push the seat up and down for the passenger side. It's just for the driver. 60/40 bench. Ford Ranger does not give you a 60/40 bench. A little bit of storage down there. They do have more storage on the Ford Ranger, I'll be honest. But yeah, air vents still on this truck at the price point. No USBs, no power plug out back, and no seat back pockets on either side. Also, you can drop down these headrests for more visibility, and you have that sliding glass and the defroster, which are both optional. So here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating up front is going to be 3,500 pounds. The rear is 3,600. And then gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 6,250 pounds. 20/9 wide wheels. Also, payload is 1,357 pounds. Now this truck has a lot of options. So spray and bed liner, 20-inch wheels, running boards. This seating could be a little bit heavier. So I think I've seen these trucks with like 1,500 pounds in the past when they don't have a lot of features on them. But even that drive shaft could be heavier too. So you have to keep those things in mind. Hope you guys liked the video. As I said, this is a nice, unique build. I like the 20-inch wheels, especially if I don't plan on going off-road. It has a better style for some people. and I feel as though it's still pretty capable off-road even with those bigger wheels.